why Americans are so angry and whether or not you as an American should be angry too. So the thing you have to understand is that money isn't real. And I know this is hard because money plays a real role in our lives, but like we were all taught as kids, money doesn't grow on trees. There is no natural resource that is money. Money is this thing that we in our society use to exchange for goods and services. A big question then is, how much money is there? That question is what the Federal Reserve tries to answer in this statistic called the M2. Now, the M2 is this broad measure of all the US money supply. M2 does not include stocks, so this is money that people are using for their daily lives. This is a chart of the US population over the last 40 years. Here, I have compiled it into an Excel sheet. This is the M2 money supply. I put it into billions. Here is the population starting from 1980. And so this column is how much money per person would be moving through the economy. And you can see that in 1980, it would have been 6,700 something. And if you go down to 2024, it would be 61,000. Now, what does that mean? It means if you take the years and the amount of money that has grown per person, from 2024 to 2010, it is 220%. If you went back to 2000, it would be 363%. If you went back to 1990, it would be 478%. And if you went back to 1980, it would be 910%. So think about this. Do you and your family unit, when you look back at 2010, do you feel 220% richer? Like, do you feel like you have 220% more money flowing through you? When you look back at the year 2000, do you feel like you have 363% more money than you did back then? When you look back at the 1990, do you feel like you have 478%? When you look back at 1980, do you and your family have 910% more money? If the answer is no, and I believe that for most Americans, the answer is no, then that means that there are people who are reaping way, way more than that. Let me take it a step further. If you made $10,000 in 1980, then in 1990, you would have to make $19,000, in 2025, in 2010, 41, and in 2024, you would be making $91,000 in order to have the same share of the money supply. Remember, this is money that is being used. This is money that is floating around in the giant pool. And the pool has gotten so big that if you don't fit those numbers, which I think most Americans do not, somebody else is using all of that money. Why are Americans so mad? Because the game got rigged underneath our feet for the last 45 years, and most people didn't notice. Should you be mad too? If you and your family did not keep up with these numbers, if you feel like you're drastically below wherever you started, wherever your family started, and wherever it should be now, yeah, you should be mad. And who should you be mad at? Not the people who are making less, the people who are making way, way too much.